Hello and welcome to Stretford, Paddock. My name is Joe. That's Stephen Howson. We're upstairs in the bar today and we're here to talk about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Is this because we're having a hot tub built downstairs?
I wish. Although maybe if we keep winning, we might have to start doing some videos in the hot tub. Cause
if we win the league, I mean, we've already done one in the pool.
Yeah, of course.
Was I on my own in that?
I think you might have been on your own,
I was
yeah.
off mine, not on edible, so I can't remember. If we win the league, I think we have to do at least 14 or 15 podcasts from a hot tub.
Yeah, and I'm more than up for that.
Okay,
I think
that's a verbal contract.
What we saw on Saturday, I'm going to ask you this question, and maybe I'm getting overexcited.
Oh, okay.
Is that top 3 performances of the last decade? And if not, tell me why it isn't.
I don't feel like it is.
Okay.
But I think if you looked at the data, it probably isn't. But it feels, because it's like a cold can of baked beans when you're really, 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 really starving. It'll do.
No, for me, this is at least a
soul.
hot can of beans. It may not be Michelin star food, but we were the better team. For every 10-minute section of that game, we were more dangerous, we were more threatening.
There was about 10 minutes or so towards the back end of the second half where they figured it out a little bit.
Potentially.
And stopped looking as bad. But yeah, it was a complete performance.
Yeah.
It was good with the ball, it was good without the ball. There was energy, there was enthusiasm, there was quality. So yeah, in every category that you would like to be good, it was good.
Obviously, the only category that United lost, if you want to call it that, was possession. And I think a lot of City fans might say, well, it was possession for possession's sake. I think right now United fans would say the same thing. We're all looking ahead. We're all getting excited. We're talking about, Michael Carrick's being asked about next season and will you be here? Do you want to be here? All that sort of stuff. You can't help but look forward, and we'll look more at the game in a second. But do you think that sort of low possession game is okay if you still control the chances, still control the way that the danger is being made?
You get zero credit for winning possession.
Yeah.
Like, you get only credit for winning the league. Leicester won a title with like 46% possession or something like that. It might have even been less. Do you think they care?
Absolutely not.
No. There will be games where United have more possession, and unfortunately for us this season, there is a correlation to us having possession and not winning. Unfortunately. Does that change? I damn hope so. Luckily for us, it doesn't need to change this weekend.
No. Yeah, we can definitely have 40% possession and no one will be bothered. Just on that game, and no one knows the answer to this, even maybe Michael Carrick might not know the answer to what I'm about to ask you. What do you think he did? How do you think that performance emerged?
I spoke a little bit about this last week, and people, because they misunderstand the meaning of words, took it the wrong way. I said I think Michael Carrick's got a very simple way of playing. And people, I knew it would be taken the wrong way, and it was. People confuse simple with bad. But simple can give clarity. And I think Johan Cruyff might have been the person that said it, playing simple is one of the hardest things to do in football. People love to overcomplicate it. Brian Clough also talks about it's fucking simple, stop messing about. And I think he simplified it. He gave players roles that they know. And that was it. We pressed with a 4-2-4, bit ballsy, because City are a team that can absolutely play through that first line of a press. And if they did it, it'd have been 3 versus 2 in midfield and we'd have got carved open and it wouldn't have looked anywhere near as good. But because he chose runners, Dorgu and Ahmad, literally Olympian-level runners, and Mbeumo and Bruno in the middle, you've got 4 lads who are going to get after it. And they got after it. And there was a stat came up, wasn't there, about an hour into the game where it was like City 20-something presses and United 150 something, outrageous amount of running. That typified what we did. You might not do the same against Arsenal. I'm hoping he's got something else in his locker just so he can almost show us a bit of range and do something a little bit different. Maybe it requires a set play and maybe even a low block, because I've seen people calling that a low block at weekend. It wasn't. We were barely in our box. We was very deliberately pushing out of our box all the time, very high in terms of the line. I just thought we denied the central space really well. We tucked in, the wingers tucked in all the time. We battled, we won our duels, and when we got the ball, one of the criticisms I had of Ruben Amorim was how slow we moved it forward. And that doesn't mean just smash it into an area, but that we played balls into people's feet, not in front of people's feet for them to run onto. And we did it time and time again, and we did it with quality. And Donnarumma came off with bruised hands. Like, he had so much to do. It was ridiculous. I think someone said that. I don't know if it's true, but someone said it's like the worst XG results that you've ever had.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
That
we had
is
the ball in
ridiculous.
the back of the net 5 times, Joe.
I know. And hit the woodwork 2 more times. And like you said, Donnarumma had bruised hands by the end of the game. That's why I think, for me, it's one of the most impressive performances of the last decade, because it wasn't against, a Bournemouth or a Brentford or a West Ham. It's against a team in a title race, or even now they're probably still in a title race with, Arsenal got to get over the line. And they've one shot on target, and we destroyed them. We actually did destroy them. And I think the 3-0 at the end would have been just stepping into the realm of this is the result, or this is the scoreline that the performance deserves. I think it was a 4-0 or a 5-0 win, personally, just on, like you said, we had the ball in the net 5 times. Maguire misses a header or hits the crossbar from a yard or 2 out. Casemiro has got Donnarumma on the floor a yard or 2 out, and we still don't manage to score.
I reckon they bounced into Carrington this morning.
Oh, it must have been unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. And just looking at the way they played and the bounce and all this sort of stuff. You talked before about Carrick being simple, or the ideas potentially being simple behind it and easy to understand. For whatever reason, I say for whatever reason, we all get it. You look at Pep and you wouldn't call his tactics simple necessarily, or I personally would. I don't know if you would. And you do get more credit for a beef Wellington when you open it and it looks right than you do a cheese toastie. It doesn't necessarily mean it tastes any better, but people want it to be really detailed and something that us laymen couldn't understand or couldn't replicate. You want a genius to be doing something completely different. Is there a world where, whether it's Michael Carrick or someone like Michael Carrick, a manager that is potentially a bit less kind of hectic and cluttered with their tactics, can be the permanent job at the permanent manager at United? Or do you think we like everyone else will sort of want a genius who's got more detail than everyone else?
I think we've tried every category of manager, haven't we?
Yeah, pretty much.
And none of them have worked. I don't know if there's an archetype for us to try. Maybe the Professor, but maybe Ralph Rangnick was that a little bit. Even though I feel like his was a little bit more just... I actually think it's still... I think everything every manager's asked us to do has been quite simple. Some of it's maybe suited the personality of the players more. Some of it's maybe suited the personality of the players less. I think they've, by and large, all been trying to do the same thing, though. And for whatever reason, some have worked and some haven't. I think what Ollie did was quite simple. And there were certain games where it was like, we're going to let them have the ball. I'm going to play on the back foot. And guess what? It kind of worked. I think Ollie suffered with the expectation change, and people were demanding that we actually have more possession and dominate games more.
Yeah.
And when you bring in Ronaldo, Varane and Sancho with the reputations that them 3 came with, expectations changed, and we didn't live up to those expectations, and it was really bad for some of those. And I actually think Ollie had lost confidence in himself and his own ability to be able to deliver that by the end of that. Obviously, Michael Carrick was part of that. Has he learnt enough through the championship experience he's had to be able to go, actually, I think I know a way around this? And and does his coaching staff come with enough experience? A lot of them, not so much. Steve Holland's got a lot of experience. Not all with Gareth Southgate. He's had some good managers as well. Like, he spent a long time at Chelsea under a few managers, I think. He's coming with quite a bit of experience, and I think he's going to be tasked with a lot of the work that's required on the training ground, and probably as a bit of a sounding board for Carrick. But there was a tweet I saw at the weekend which was showing Manchester United shape 20 years ago in a Manchester derby, and United have got a 3-2-5 in possession. I don't think you need to complicate things. I think there is an Americanization of a lot of Premier League football and European football because of the requirement of 24-hour news shows and probably bells like us on YouTube, where we overanalyze everything. And actually, what do you need to do to win football games? You need to create chances, and you need to limit the opposition's chances, and you need to create an environment where the players feel good with whatever that message is. It's a big part of it. Claudio Ranieri was a genius. His career after and before that suggests not. Did he just happen to create the right environment and have a really good group of players? I would argue yes. You know, and I think that's it. Does Pellegrini strike you as a genius? He's got a Premier League winners medal.
Yeah. I mean, he did all right at Madrid, didn't he? He had a unfortunate...
Oh, really? Real Madrid?
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder how he did that.
He got like 90-odd points, didn't he? And they beat the goal-scoring record and got sacked. But that's Real Madrid for you. But yeah...
But also, what was the team you were playing at the time?
Yeah, amazing. And and around that, and certainly after Man City, it's not been anything close to
No,
genius.
and you think... So why couldn't he replicate what he did with Real Madrid and Manchester City with West Ham?
Yeah, because the team's crap. And the morale's crap, and the club feels like it's on a downward trajectory and all that.
And I think ultimately, as always, recruitment is the most important thing.
No.
Could Michael Carrick get a full-time job?
I don't know, you know. No, let's be honest. If he wins loads of games, he'll get it. You can't not get it. There comes a point, I think, where if he just did, let's say we've got 17 games left, whatever it is, I don't know if it's exactly that, 16 games.
Do you think 5th or 6th is a probably not, but 4th?
Yeah, if
yes?
he gets us 4th, I think they would just have to give it to him. And tell you what would probably happen, they'd resent it, they wouldn't want it, they'd do what they did with Ten Hag after the FA Cup final, give it to him even though they don't want to, and they'd probably sack him in October because they never wanted him anyway. And once the results dip, because like you said, the expectations change, it's not the feel-good interim anymore, it's, you know, oh, we've got to actually like be a proper team with this guy now. I think we'd probably be back to square one. But if we are really, really good under Carrick, you couldn't not give him the job, surely. What do you think?
Well, has he beaten Pep? Did he beat Arteta? Did he draw with Tuchel?
Yeah, last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gone toe-to-toe with some of the biggest names so far. You talk about a United DNA, he's done it. I think he has to prove low blocks aren't drama. I think he has to do that. I think if he... And to be fair... Ollie did that in his interim bit as well.
You mean
we beat
when the opposition has a low block rather than us having one? Yeah.
Yeah. I think he's clearly demonstrated in one game alone that he can, and possibly some of the games prior to that as well, that he's got the know-how to play on the back foot and actually make it damn entertaining. I think that's worth saying as well. That's something that Manchester United has not been since probably Ollie's interim period, really. We were fucking great. So I absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
It was so entertaining. It felt like Manchester United again. We don't need to have the ball to feel like Manchester United. We just got to attack like we mean it. We've got wingers that are standing up, fullbacks and going past them. Yeah. That's what I want to see. Do that. Keep doing that. And then we went 1-0 up, and what did we do? Oh, we took off loads of players and we tried to keep... No, we didn't. No. We had the ball in the back of the net in the 93rd minute. You was already 2-0 up. If you're going to call it a day and be like, all right, let's just chill now. No. Asked. Keep going. That's Manchester United. It isn't about whether he gets it. It's whether he's able to implement it. And he did. And I think, yeah, if he gets 4th, if he beats Arsenal at weekend, you're going to have to fucking wrestle me to stop me saying he needs the job. Yeah. But if I put my calm head on for 4 or 5 seconds before I get giddy again, he will have to demonstrate that. I mean, we've played Wolves twice. I'm not sure who we've got that's definitely going to try and sit off us. But if he can demonstrate, actually, they sat off, they packed the box, and we still beat them anyway. If you can beat the top teams, you can beat the bottom teams, you got a chance.
A couple other things. We talk about squad and personnel. It was certainly a nice little tickle for Michael Carrick that Ahmad and Mbeumo came back for that game, wasn't it?
Yeah, because I don't think Xerxes would have been able to carry out what he was asking.
No. I think that's not under the radar, and I don't want to take anything away from Carrick, but they were two of our, Ahmad in particular, and Mbeumo sort of did what he was asked and looked a bit tired at times, but I thought Ahmad was one of our best players in the game, and we haven't had that for nearly a month. I thought, watching Patrick Dorgu, it felt like a Ji-sung Park performance to me, where maybe you're not the most technically wonderful in the final third. Well, Park was very good, but he's not Wayne Rooney or Cristiano Ronaldo or Berbatov, whatever. But you're good enough. He scored, obviously, Dorgu. You did enough to help the team be successful. But the legs, the running, the work, it felt like... And I don't know, I don't usually watch a performance and think that felt like a Ji-sung Park performance. But for some reason, when watching Dorgu, I thought, that was like that. Everywhere you are, Patrick Dorgu is touching you as a City player. That's got to be a nightmare. And Semenyo, who's been on this great run of form, had Shaw and Dorgu just like either side of him and didn't really get anything off. I thought it was brilliant from Dorgu.
I don't know if he got hooked or not. It's how anonymous he was, but they had to hook Foden, they have to hook Haaland. Cherky's got back in his fucking cage. Like, all of the like, you can talk about City maybe didn't have their first choice defenders, but they had all their first choice forwards and some, and they did fuck all. Dorgu, I think he's limited on a technical level, but I don't think he's like thick. No. I think he's got a football brain. I just think he's got a heavy touch. And it's literally just a heavy touch.
Yeah.
I think he's got some other aspects of his game that I think are banging. He needs a wall. He needs to watch Berbatov. We'll sort that touch out.
Yeah.
But him, Ahmad, and Mazraoui in particular are players that you can't stop them getting into duels. They're like a nightmare mate on a night out.
Yeah.
He's fucking rowing again.
Where is he now? Oh, we've lost him. He's gone. He's scrapping outside.
All up against the wall.
Yeah.
All three of them, they're just duel monsters, duel winning monsters. And I think sometimes that you can have a team that's a little bit soft underbelly, but if you've got lads that are just fucking game, it really helps. And having those two on the wing really did a number on City. And I think the next way you level up this team is you give Mazraoui a napkin, you say, dry your eyes, unlucky. You're fucking playing on Sunday. Here's Sunday, innit? It's weekend. And we're going to make a difference because I think he levels up over the low. Even we're looking ahead, we're getting giddy, we're getting excited, we're talking about beating Arsenal, Champions League. Because it's been
I'm
dog shit.
Absolutely all here for it. But even if we just look at what has happened, how nice is it that this time, unlike Rangnick, unlike when Amram came in, it feels like it's gone like that. Just that, even that first game, we've gone, that was better than before.
I'm not going to sleep this week.
It's not worse. How nice is that? Just to be able to sit here like this and to sit as United fans. I've watched so much of the discourse, of the reaction, of the replays to that City game in a way that I haven't consumed United content in months. It's so refreshing, isn't it? Just to go, actually, that was better than last week, not worse than last week.
Watch the giddy, because it's only one game. Watch what happens if we beat Arsenal.
Oh, is it? Carnage.
Watch what happens. I'm going to sell all my pants.
Yeah, me too. We won't need them anymore.
No, I don't need pants.
There's literally no point.
I'm going to Donald Duck it all over the gaff.
Unbelievable.
And then who's it after the back end of that? Fulham?
I don't even know. We've got Fulham soon for sure. It probably is Fulham.
What if? Right, I'm going to throw the what ifs at you.
Come on, hit me with the what if.
Because like Michael Carrick, he came in. He played the youth. We kept a clean sheet, of which we've had 2 all year. We beat City. We denied them opportunities. Like, we've just been shocking at giving away chances, and we just totally shut that down.
Yep.
We created loads of chances. We scored loads of chances. Literally put the ball in the back of the net 5 times.
5 times.
He might be mint, right? And I've said this before.
Yeah.
He might be mint. But what if, not only has he come in and he beats City, not only does he go and put fucking Action Man back in his little box, what if he gets Frank's haircut by the end of next month? Not just the first time of asking, like just in 5 games. 5 games, barbers you.
That'd be so juicy, that wouldn't it? That'd be so sweet.
Shea Lacey's available for this weekend as well.
Yeah.
And I think we all like what we saw with the half an hour that we saw of him, maybe not the last 2 minutes, but like the half an hour that we saw of him against Brighton.
Oh, it's exciting, isn't it? It's so exciting.
You get the lick. I don't know if you need to take him to that Thai place on Piccadilly or what.
Yeah,
sort
I'm
his
not
back
sure
out.
what's going on there.
That's definitely what they do there. You need Mazraoui back in the team.
24 hours as well, so we can go whenever.
It is 24 hours.
Yeah.
And the security around the front, you know it's safe.
You know it's a good place.
Yeah.
Because the security probably there to stop people learning all their secrets.
That can only
like
be what it is.
Coca-Cola factory.
Yeah. Suddenly you've got the basis of a team. Like people crying out to play the 4 at the back. It wasn't really about the 4 at the back. It was about the 3 in the middle, realistically. Because suddenly Bruno's been freed and is now causing havoc at the right area. Suddenly Casemiro's not being asked to do 2 people's jobs because he's got a fella alongside him. Suddenly Manu can get a game because there's actually 3 spots. And we can remember what Kobe Manu looked like in a 3. And you go, oh yeah, fucking that was actually quite good, remember. And now it just suits those 3 players perfectly. And yes, you haven't maybe got a natural left winger, but in certain games, it might be Dorgu rather than Shaw because actually you're going to be a little bit more offensive. And then he can still raid. And you can maybe have Mazraoui tuck in a little bit and, go Mazraoui, Delict, Martinez. You're telling me that them 3 couldn't play. And then you've got them in midfield. We know they can play.
Yep.
and then you've got that forward line. And even if it's the forward line that started, that was a big ballsy decision. Telling Cunha and Sesko to take a seat.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised if both of them are the ones that sit out again this week.
Yeah, because you want to show Sesko that you're not just a sort of spare piece, I think.
Yeah, I hope they just work on crossing all week and be like, you're the man for this.
Yeah.
And they just go, and actually Bruno can find you as well. That might be the move. I'll watch that for weekend. Obviously, I don't know what the fuck we're going to do, but I wouldn't mind if it was like Bruno, Sesko spam all week in training.
That pass from Bruno, that first time one across the pitch.
The one that Dorgu.
The one to Dorgu.
That I thought was for Mbeumo.
Yeah, but there was two of them at the back post. How you can do that first time, sort of turning 90 degrees as you hit it, sort of slicing across it on the half volley. That was one of the most insane passes I've ever seen.
What's nuts is, it looks hard on telly.
Yeah.
Right? Which, on TV, well, those elevated positions, like my seat in the Stretford end, I get such an amazing tactical view of the game because I'm really high up and I don't have to move my eyes, I can see the entire pitch. The speed of play at pitch level, the fucking carnage, the vision to see that at back post and the ability to hit that, the way you hit it, TV does not do that justice.
Because also you almost, when you've got the TV angle, because it looks like FIFA, it's almost like, well, if I just hold down X, they'll do that. You can't, he's just held down X as a real human being, first time. It's absolutely insane.
Like, you couldn't have laser guided that better.
It was the perfect... And
you actually couldn't have done that on FIFA.
No, you probably couldn't.
You wouldn't have gone to where you wanted that on FIFA.
Unbelievable.
The vision of that is unfathomable. I actually think what Manchester United should do, there's too many of us for it to happen, but they should get every single fan to just stand in the middle of a pitch in a training session once, just to understand how fucking quick it is, because it's mental. And we've been lucky enough, haven't we, on pre-season to stand at the side of the pitch. Yeah. And even then, sometimes you go, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, it's so quick. And just like when you think of like cricket or other sports, they'll often have like a sight screen up so you can see the ball. I know the ball's slower and it's more faster and smaller, but like you've also got all the stadium and people and advertisements moving behind, and you're looking at a pitch that's slightly curved as well. So sometimes what you're passing to, you can't even see the feet of the person you're passing to. And it's unbelievable. Performances like that just absolutely fuel everything. They're so good. It's such a good feeling. I could feel like we were just sitting talk forever.
I think I said last week, 65% of the depression in my life is United.
Yeah.
And then one win. Imagine if we get Frank with a fucking nice side parting.
Oh my God.
Like, can you imagine?
I can't. It's just too much.
If he gets it in 5 goals.
If
he just play the game with me, Joe. We're having a good day today, right?
Yeah.
If he does it in 5 goals.
Yeah.
The first time of asking. Like, Michael Carrick sits down with Wilcox at the end of the season and he goes, so how did it go? And he's like, well, Frank's got a skinhead for starters.
Yeah.
Because not only, by the way, if he makes it 10, he's got to go.
He's got to go, yeah.
So, I mean,
full body.
The lot.
Yeah.
We're talking waxing, even his blue knot.
Eyebrows.
The lot of it, yeah. And no eyebrows.
Yeah.
Yeah, Frank, that's the next one. Shaving my eyebrows if United win 10 on a bounce.
We'll all do that,
it, shit bag. Wait,
see,
what?
We'd all do that. If we win 10 in a row.
Look down the camera.
I'm not actually going to do it. Although we're not, so I could probably say it. So we got United beat City 1. Arsenal, that's a huge one too. Fulham,
I believe.
Fulham 3. Fulham at home. Tottenham at home. West Ham away. There's your 5.
Do you know what the hardest game in that is?
Knowing us fucking Tottenham at home.
Yeah, they might have been the manager by then.
3 years.
I actually think West Ham's the hardest one of those. I think that'll be really tricky. Because they're weirdly shit. I know they beat Tottenham at weekend, but they're weirdly shit, West Ham. Look, Arsenal's what it is, and it's almost a free swing at Arsenal. You're not expected to win that.
No, you're not.
But I actually think it does suit us to play off the back foot. Spurs are dog shit. I think we're beating Spurs. Fulham at home, I fancy us there, to be honest.
You got to.
So I'm not saying we're going to beat Arsenal, but I'm saying it suits us. It should suit us. I think West Ham, imagine, you beat City, you beat Arsenal, you've tatered Fulham for some reason, I don't know why.
Yeah,
you've dealt with Spurs, and you fucking draw one all or something like that with West Ham.
You know what?
I'm taking it. Frank's going to be devastated.
Every single piece of that. That would be unbelievable. I'd pay hundreds of pounds to see that. That is, amazing. Right, Steve. We could just talk about how excited we are all day. It's so nice. It's literally so nice. Get your thoughts in the comments. Get your thoughts on Michael Carrick, Man United. How one win can make everything feel so different. And also, here's the other good thing. Because the league position wasn't that bad when we sacked Amorim. It wasn't good, but we're like 1 point behind Liverpool in fourth now. We're genuinely in the Champions League race. You can't,
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't say title race. But
no, of course not.
I am absolutely here for it if Aston Villa fancied fucking pulling the socks up and winning the league.
Yeah, or dropping loads of points and letting us finish third. I'm up for that as well, to be fair.
Genuinely couldn't give a fuck if it's fourth or third. Like, would not split those hairs.
No.
Genuinely wouldn't give a fuck. If we end up, if I can hear that music next season.
Oh my God.
The champions. That. It's been a minute.
See you in a bit.